Hello, dear elephant lovers. Welcome back to another treatment mission carried out to treat a poor animal in pain. The lovely creature was a victim of a trap gunshot. Despite its size and strength, the elephant suffered with each move, replacing its natural grace with an unnatural sadness. This elephant was first noticed by a villager who had entered the forest to collect medicinal plants. He has noticed that the elephant was isolated, had 3 piercing wounds around the leg, and had been acting aggressively towards everyone who passed by. Observing its unusual behavior, and the wounds visible around its body, he quickly contacted the nearest wildlife conservation office to ask for help. After listening to the explanation, the officials recognized that the elephant needed to be treated right away. So, wildlife conservation officials, veterinary officials, and a veterinary doctor hurried to the location, armed with the required medicine and equipment. Upon closer investigation, the doctor and the officials noticed that the elephant had difficulty walking by itself, and was in severe pain. The elephant's leg was severely swollen and filled with pus. Even though the animal was not particularly weak, it found it difficult to walk because its leg was excessively heavy and uncomfortable from the large amounts of pus within. The mud accumulated around it makes it more difficult for the elephant to stand or move by itself. After observing the elephant's stress and the interference it causes throughout the treatment process, the doctor chooses to provide a mild dosage of anesthesia. To ensure safety and efficiency, the dosage is carefully determined while keeping the elephant's poor health in mind. Now, after about 15 minutes, the elephant has been sedated in the sitting position. So, the officials try to bring the elephant to the sleeping position so that the treatment can be done more easily. After the close monitoring, they decided to administer saline to give the poor creature some strength and energy. 2 cannulas were inserted into the elephant's ear vein, and saline was supplied via the cannulas. Administering the saline solution is thought to increase the elephant's energy level. Given its limited food intake and present low energy levels, this intervention has the potential to improve its strength and overall vitality greatly. At the same time, the team of officials injects the necessary dosage of antibiotics, multivitamins, painkillers, and anti-inflammatory drugs intramuscularly. The dosages of this medicine are decided by the veterinary doctor based on the body weight and the health condition of the animal. After closely examining the elephant's wound, officials concluded that it was caused by a trap gun. Now it is time to treat the wounds on the elephant. They started to treat the wounds. At first, the wounds were cleaned with water and saline solution. In the meantime, the doctor collects a sample from the elephant's wounds. This would help them with lab tests. This would help them to identify the animal's condition more deeply. Then the official used forceps and cotton wool to clean the wound more deeply. This process will remove the pus, necrotic tissue, or any trapped gun particles lodged within the wound. A disinfectant solution was used to clean the huge wound. A syringe was used to inject it. We share this video to educate our viewers on the treatment procedure, make them aware of wildlife care, and show the compassion and effort in helping a suffering animal. We hope this love for wild animals will spread around the world. Let's get back to the treatment process. As the last step of the treatment process, a syringe is used to inject a solution of povidone iodine and negacant powder into the wound. In the meantime, Other energy-boosting medications like dextrose were administered with a saline solution. That is the end of the wound's treatment process. So, an antiseptic spray was sprayed to the treated wounds. Trap guns are used by some ruthless villagers to prevent animals from destroying or eating their crops. These traps are typically designed to catch small animals such as pigs, rabbits, porcupines, and deer. While the purpose may be to avoid and prevent wildlife from damaging crops or trapping small animals for bushmeat, there is a risk that unintended victims, such as elephants, could get captured in these traps. Trap guns are made from simple components such as wood, leather, metal, and rubber particles. When an animal is shot with one of these traps, it can suffer serious side effects. In addition, these trap guns are set up in forests, so if large animals, such as elephants, are victimized by these traps, they may rush into the forest without proper medications, resulting in infection in the wounds caused by the substances shot by these traps. This is a huge threat to any wild animal in the forest. There are deep investigations being carried out to capture individuals who commit these illegal acts. Not only that, the government has implemented strict rules to protect these poor animals, and in the meantime, wildlife conservation officials carry out awareness campaigns throughout the area to educate people about the terrible consequences of such inhumane acts. A blood sample was collected to study more about the poor animal's condition. Now that all the treatments are completed, the officials remove the cannula from the elephant's ear vein, and the revival drug is injected into the elephant. Of course, the elephant needs some assistance to get back on its feet and move. So, these dedicated officials continue to help the animal regain its sense of stability. All these attempts are not intended to harm the animal, but instead to help it heal as soon as possible. Not only that, but the villagers are very kind to these animals. They feed the poor animals with easily digestible food like banana stems and banana leaves. Despite the obstacles, the officials and people show amazing sympathy and concern for the elephant. Over the years, the elephant has shown aggressive behavior toward humans, which can easily create fear or hatred. However, these people have chosen the path of understanding and patience. They understand that the elephant's hostility may stem from fear or past incidents, and they will do everything to provide it with all the attention and support it needs. This unwavering dedication demonstrates their strong respect for wildlife and confidence in coexistence. The villagers collaborate with officials to ensure that the elephant receives adequate care, whether through medical care, food, or simply providing a safe environment for it to recover. Their efforts demonstrate a deep sense of responsibility for all living species, demonstrating that even in the face of disaster, kindness can triumph. Not only that, the officials even contacted a tractor that is used for agricultural purposes to help the elephant get back on its feet. By refusing to abandon the elephant in its moment of need, these people offered an amazing example of community spirit and commitment to conservation initiatives. At the same time, the officials throw some water in the elephant's direction to refresh the elephant. Once the elephant has regained energy, it enters the forest. The day's treatment was ended. A ranger officer was assigned to closely monitor the elephant. We will keep you updated on the progress of this poor animal. Thank you for hanging on till the end. We thank all of our viewers, the veterinary doctor, veterinary officials, wildlife conservation officials, the villager who informed us about the incidents, and all the others who were involved. Let's meet again with another video to save the life of another precious being.
Udah pasar ganda apa?